Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week so far. Evolving Skies is one of the best sets that Pokemon has ever printed. It's definitely one of the best sets in the Sword and Shield block. And as a store owner, or even a player really, even a collector, Evolving Skies is one of those sets where you're willing to pay a little bit more for. Now, I'm not necessarily saying above MSRP, but definitely closer to that MSRP level. And we've been talking about Evolving Skies a lot over the past several weeks because we haven't had a reprint yet. And still, to this week, to this day, to the moment that I am recording this video, we still haven't had an Evolving Skies reprint announced. So because of that, we are going to continue giving product away. First of all, congratulations to Brian C. Your comment was randomly selected. You are the proud new owner of an Evolving Skies booster box. All you have to do, Brian, is just shoot me a message with your contact information, with your mailing information. Send me a message on Twitter. You can find me at Danny__O, or find me on Instagram at Danny.Phantump, or you can just shoot me an email. But Brian C., congratulations. Since we don't have a reprint, we're going to give another one away. And we're just going to keep giving away Evolving Skies booster boxes every single week until a reprint finally comes or the year 2022 ends, whichever comes first. All you have to do to be entered to win this is just leave a comment down below, leave a like on the video, and then make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are going to draw the winner randomly next week, Friday, and announce another winner, and we're going to keep going. And I hope it's a lot of fun for you guys because it is a lot of fun for me. With that being said, the reason I kind of started talking about Evolving Skies is because Evolving Skies has been a great set for store owners. And it's been a great set for collectors. It's been a great set for competitive players because there's a lot of really good cards in this set. Now, that's not always the case. Obviously, there are times like Fusion Strike, for example, where people aren't as excited. They're not really willing to pay that much for it. And because of that, you have super slim margins. You have super small margins in Pokemon. Evolving Skies, not so much. Even when we got that surprise third wave at the beginning of December, Evolving Skies booster boxes dropped down to about $100, which is a little bit better than break even, but they shot up fairly quick. And now you're looking at about $170 for a market price of Evolving Skies. Now, MSRP on a booster box is about $143, $144. So even if a storefront did have some stock available, selling it close to that $140 mark is still going to give you very strong margins. That's not always the case. Sometimes you lose money when it comes to Pokemon, and that's okay. It is okay to lose money. It's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you're a collector, whether you're a player, or whether you're a store owner. And we are going to go over some cases right now that make owning a business or running a business in Pokemon very, very difficult because you are losing quite a bit of money, especially when it comes to forced allocations. We talk about allocations a lot, and we'll talk about allocations in an upcoming video as it pertains to Astral Radiance. So when this giant boom happened in Pokemon and all of a sudden demand shot through the roof and supply wasn't enough to keep up with it, distributors started forcing allocations to their storefronts. They got rid of the time where storefronts came up to them and said, hey, I would like to order X amount of this product. Instead, distributors said, okay, store owner, here is the amount that we are going to be willing to offer you. You can take it or you can leave it. If you don't take this much, you can expect that it will impact your allocations down the road. And for a while it was okay because every single product that Pokemon was printing, every single product that Pokemon was pushing out was selling at least somewhat close to MSRP. Now, over the past year, as demand has started to go down a little bit and a lot of those resellers and flippers and scalpers or whatever you want to call them have started exiting the game, it has been a little bit more difficult then to kind of break even on a lot of these products. So we're going to start going over this. And the reason I wanted to record this video is if you watched yesterday's video where I talked about the new Pokemon products that we're releasing, there was a lot of products that have come out. A lot of collection boxes. We had tins. We had that Pikachu V box. How many times is Pikachu V collection boxes going to be distributed? It's been crazy over the past year and a half. But occasionally Pokemon is sending out these products, a lot of products that it's kind of hurting store owners because you can't even sell them at wholesale and get your money back. Instead, you're ending up breaking them open, or you're ending up selling them at a loss, or they're just not moving at all, and you end up just sitting on a bunch of dead inventory or dead products. So I'm going to flip you guys around. I did have a spreadsheet created. I'm not talking about the products specifically from yesterday because those products kind of wait and see. We'll see how things go. But I do want to talk about some of the objects that we have had forced allocations as store owners over the past year. And you can relate this to a collector. You can relate this to yourself as a player, because obviously when you're buying decks and their prime and you're buying competitive cards like Arceus V or Arceus V, when it's more expensive, if you would wait until the Arceus V collection box came out, well, that single would obviously go down in price. But because that product hasn't come out yet and people want to play the game competitively, that price is a little bit higher. So you pay that price to build your deck. But then eventually, as cards rotate out of format, that deck becomes less expensive. Those cards become less expensive. You're selling them at a loss. Or if you're a collector and you're making a bad choice when it comes to buying a collection because you've been told, hey, this card is stonks, it's going to go through the roof, and you go out and you purchase a Charizard from Evolutions, a holographic Charizard, when it's $150, all of a sudden it goes down, the market goes down, and all of a sudden you're looking at a $50 card. That's why it's really important to really just focus your buying habits and on what you love, what you really like, what interests you. I guarantee you, if you focus your buying habits on that, you're going to be a winner in the long run no matter what. We're going to start off with these V battle decks. Can't remember the first one. I think Inteleon was the first one that came out, which was actually not bad because it did have Drizziles in it. It did have some staples. It did have some playables in it where you could at least break the contents open and get somewhat close to breaking even. But then we had the Gardevoir V and the Victini V that came out. And I'm not going to list every card that came in here, but as you can see, I kind of listed the contents a little bit. So you have the Gardevoir V deck. You can sell that Gardevoir V for about $3. Some of these prices are going to be a little bit better than what you might normally find on the market. You might be able to find the Gardevoir V on TCG Player for like $3.25 or $3.50. The reason you go down to $3 is because you're trying to offset these, trying to sell these off fairly quickly so that way you don't lose more money down the road. You have two Evolutions Incense in there, which is really the only staple card that's really worth anything. They're worth about $1 a piece. So you're looking at $2. Then you're looking at the bulk, or 57 cards that make up that deck. You're looking at about $1.50 in terms of bulk right there, because energy just isn't going to be worth a whole lot. If you look at the Victini V, you're looking at $2.50 for the Victini, one Evolutions Incense, and the bulk at $1.50. So if we go down here and we will look at what our allocation amount was, we were allocated 132 of these. That was the amount that we had to take in order to continue making sure that we got the allocations that we wanted for Evolving Skies, for Fusion Strike, for Brilliant Stars, for some of these more main series sets, and some of the sets moving forward. So you take basically everything that's getting offered to you. You're looking at a wholesale cost of about $18.75, depending on the distributor, depending on the storefront. You might get a little bit better, you might get a little worse of price, but $18.75 is about average of what you're going to be paying for these. MSRP on this specific product is $30. You're looking at $29.99. So the actual invested cost in just this product alone is $2,475. The expected profit on this product is about $1,500, not including shipping, because you're looking at selling it for $3,960. However, that's not necessarily the case. Your actuals, and this is just basically what I kind of counted up on your own, we're selling about 24 of these at retail. That's all that's basically sold. So we're still sitting on roughly 108 of these products when they're selling at $11.50 a piece, because if you add these two columns together, you get $11.50. So the contents itself only worth about $11.50 on the going market right now. That gives you a total of $1,242 in inventory for just that one product. So you subtract that from the wholesale amount, you subtract the amount that you already sold at retail, and you're ending up losing $813 just on this one product, which can be very, very frustrating as a store owner and really start making bad decisions. Hey, I don't want these anymore. I don't want to deal with these anymore. Well, then you might lose customers who actually do want this product. You might lose allocations, and it puts you in a really difficult spot as a store owner. So $813 of a loss on just this product, that's not even factoring in any shipping costs that might be associated with it. So if you're selling these individually, like I was talking about, you're talking about just a bunch of stamps. You're talking about maybe some first-class labels. That shipping cost really adds up and starts taking you away from any profit, any good margin that you might have. So that loss of $813 is really, that's actually a small portion of what you're actually going to lose. Then we have the Trainer Toolkit number 2. And this was somewhat exciting of a product when it originally came out because of the Crobat V being a very playable card. However, Crobat V has been printed like a million times. So if we look at the contents of Crobat V, you get 2 of them in this Trainer Toolkit. Those are going to be about $1 a piece right now. That's what you're looking at for Crobat V. V prices, there's just so many of them because people are cracking packs like crazy. The market is absolutely flooded with a lot of bulk Vs. And since there hasn't been competitive play for the most part over the past 2 seasons, not a whole lot of cards that were really able to establish a position in the market because there's nothing really that a lot of competitive players need them for. So you're looking at $1 a piece for those. You do get 2 capture energy. Capture energy is going down in price. Rotation is getting closer and closer. The season is getting closer to an end. So you're looking at about 4 months left where capture energy is going to have any value associated with it before it moves over to an expanded role. And then it's probably going to tank quite a bit more than the $2 price point that it is right now. You have Chilling Rain booster packs in there times 2. So you're looking at about $5.50 on those. That's assuming you get about $2.75 per Chilling Rain pack. Then you have a Vivid Voltage booster pack, selling that for about $2.50. A Sword and Shield booster pack, selling that for about $2.50. And then you have the bulk contents in there, which is going to be about $2. So if you look at the actual contents of this box, you're looking at about $19 if you're trying to move this relatively quickly. And you might say, well, Danny, your wholesale price on it is only about $18.75, and that might be true, but again, you're not factoring in shipping costs that are going to be associated with it. So if you're talking about an allocation of 120 units of this at $18.75, you're spending $2,250 on this item. Now you're expecting to sell it at MSRP for about $30, which is going to give you about $1,350, not including any shipping costs that might be associated with this product. However, in actuality, we only sold about 16 of these at that MSRP pricing, leaving us with 104 of them left over. Since the contents of it is currently only about $19 a piece, that means you're looking at $1,976 worth of inventory left over, and you subtract that from the wholesale price that you paid, plus you subtract out those few that you sold at retail, you're looking at a profit of about $206, not factoring in any shipping costs that are associated with it. Problem with these is they're a little bulky. They're over £1 a piece. So to ship them, you're looking at anywhere between $8 and $10 roughly, depending on what your account is, who it's with, and where you are sending this across the United States. So sometimes pricing for shipping can get a little bit more expensive, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're in a lot more trouble when it comes to your profit on that. Build and Battle Stadiums. Now these have been a bit of a struggle ever since Evolving Skies. These MSRP for $60. If you look at the contents of it, pretty simple. You're going to get some cool promo cards that you would see out of the Build and Battle packs, out of the build and battle boxes for Fusion Strike. Not a whole lot of excitement in them. They're selling for about $1 a piece, so you're looking at about $2 right there. Then you get the rest of the bulk that makes up those promo kits that come with the build and battle boxes. You're looking at about $2.50 there. And if you look at the packs that are in Fusion Strike, you have 12 of them that are coming in this Build and Battle Stadium. So if you look at what $2.50 a piece per build and battle or per Fusion Strike pack, you're looking at about $30. So that gives you $34.50 of actual contents in this $60 box. Unfortunately, when you're allocated 132 of these and your wholesale price alone is $36, but the contents of this in the going market is only selling for $34.50, you're going to lose money. So you're spending $4,752 on this item and then expecting to sell it all for closer to $8,000. So you're anticipating making about $3,200, not including shipping costs. However, in actuality, you only sold a handful of these at MSRP, and in reality, they're only worth about $35 a piece. So you are losing money right there. If you factor in the handful that you sold at MSRP, you're actually at a negative $7 for what we have left over in this, not including shipping costs. Again, these weigh a little bit over £1, so it is going to be more than that $7 mark just to kind of ship them out to recipients. So it does get a little bit expensive, adds up fairly quickly. Then we've got the Dragonite V and the Hoopa V boxes. These were pretty cool. Unfortunately, the booster pack selection inside isn't that great. Again, this came out at a time right after Fusion Strike came out. The market was going down because it was really flooded with current modern inventory. If we look at the Dragonite V, a little bit more expensive of a bulk V. It's at $2.50 currently. Then you have bulk packs in there at about $7.50. You get a Chilling Rain, you get a Fusion Strike, and I can't remember what the other one is in the Dragonite V. I want to say, I don't know, it's like Rebel Clash or something, or Vivid Voltage. But $7.50 in bulk packs. And then you get an Evolving Skies booster pack in there. That brings it up to $4. In the Hoopa V box, you get 2 Fusion Strike packs, and then you get another bulk booster pack for $7.50. The Hoopa V is only selling for about $1.50, and the EVS pack that's in there is going to sell for about $4. Unfortunately, the jumbos don't really have any value associated with them. You might be able to bulk them out for like 10 cents. I don't know exactly where that might be, but when you're allocated 360 of these at that wholesale price of about $12.50 a piece, you're spending $4,500 on just these collection boxes. You're expecting to sell them for $20 a piece, giving you $7,200 in value back. which was going to give you roughly $2,700 in profit, not including shipping costs. But in actuality, you still have 332 of these left. You only sold about 28 of them at that $20 price point, and the actual value inside them is only about $1 more than what the collection boxes are worth on average. So the Hoopa V boxes are actually going to make you break even, and the Dragonite V boxes give you a little bit of additional value because of that $1 extra that you might get for the Dragonite V. Overall, you're spending $4,482 on this inventory. That's actually what it's worth, which means you're getting a profit of $542 on these. Unfortunately, again, once you calculate shipping costs and things like that, obviously that $4,482 nowhere near that $7,200 MSRP cost. You're looking at a profit of about $542. You take out shipping costs, you're probably going to lose a little bit of money on that. Finally, the V Striker tins. These came out in multiple waves, and the first wave was much better than the second wave because the first wave had Guardians Rising packs in it, which sell for a little bit more than the normal modern packs. Unfortunately, wave 2, what we're focusing on here, just have 5 straight bulk packs inside them. Nothing that's super exciting, nothing that's super interesting for a lot of people. There's no Evolving Skies, there's no Guardians Rising anymore. It's just 5 Sword and Shield packs from the Sword and Shield era. So you're looking at a Tyranitar V and an Empoleon V, which are selling for about $1 a piece. You're looking at bulk pricing on those. And then you've got bulk packs inside selling for about $12.50, which means these are actually worth about $13.50 each. So your contents, which have a wholesale of $16 and an MSRP of $25, are actually only worth about $13.50 inside. And when you're allocated 384 of them and you're spending $6,100 on them, under the assumption that you're going to be able to sell them for $9,600, you think that you're going to be making about $3,500, not including any shipping. In actuality, you haven't even put up any of these wave 2 ones because you're just going to break them open and sell the packs inside because they just don't move and they're just going to take up a ton of space. So a lot of people might say, well, you can sit on them for a while, and you can, but then you're going to run into cash flow issues over time when you have this much that you're kind of dedicating to some of these specialty products. 384 at $13.50 a piece, you're actually only making $5,184. When you subtract that out from what you're spending on it, you're losing $960. Again, that's not factoring in any shipping costs that might come alongside it. So I wanted to throw this information out there because a lot of people focus on the positive. A lot of people focus on the good, which I think is really important. But if you're somebody who's looking to understand your LGS, looking to understand getting into the Pokemon business, things like that, there are going to be times where you take a hit, and it's okay. It's okay. It happens. You just kind of got to move on and take your lumps as they go. But I wanted to let everybody know, make everybody aware, so that way they see both sides of the spectrum, because I do think that it is a very interesting thing to kind of talk about, to kind of discuss, in hopes that one day, Pokemon will take kind of this stuff into consideration, be like, okay, well, we want to produce a little bit better of a product, a little better quality product, and just kind of put out some more desirable packs, things like that, whatever the case may be. I just want to throw that out there so you guys could take a look and kind of digest all that information. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Don't forget to leave a like. It goes a long way for the algorithm, and make sure you are subscribed. That'll help you enter to win that Evolving Skies booster box, which we will be giving away next week, Friday. Thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate you. You all mean the world to me. Thank you. Until next time, peace.